Hi folks, Professor Machi here. Wanted to get you through the automated testing using pyats and Genie Lab using a cloud router. Okay, so if you're ready, let's get started. All right, folks, how's it going? Welcome to the automated testing using pyats and Genie here. So what we're going to do is start right in with part number 3, because as you can see, I went ahead and I fired up a cloud router in the sandbox already, and if you need a link for that, I'll leave that in the description below. So what we'll do here is we'll start with part number 3. Okay, part number 3 is this: we're going to create a Python virtual environment with this here. So we're going to make directory pyats, okay, and change directory into the labs DevNet source pyats folder that's going to be right out here. Okay, so cool. What we have here is we created the pyats directory. That's right out over here. And what we're also going to do is we're going to do a Python 3-m. We're going to do a virtual environment and call it cat8kv. Okay, so we should be able to cd into cat8kv. Take a look at the files here. We have a bin, we have include, we have our Python virtual environment here. So what we're going to need to do now is to activate. So the way that we activate our virtual environments is source bin activate. Okay, cool. So now we're in our virtual environment and we can make any changes or have any different versions of installations and not have it affect the main environment for Python here. Okay, so that should be a screenshot there before we get into part 4, which is using the pyats testing library. Okay, so underneath this cat8kv virtual environment, we're going to do a pip3 install pyats, and we're going to do full here. And this is going to take a while, so I'm going to speed this up and we're going to mute here for a little bit and drink some coffee. Alrighty, cool. So now that everything has been installed, you can probably already surmise that it'll probably take you a few minutes to get everything all downloaded for pyats, but don't worry, just relax and have some more coffee and everything will be fine. Okay, so once you have that in there, what you'll want to do is a pyats help here, just to make sure that the command has and all the libraries have been installed here. Okay, so cool. Step 3 here is to clone and examine the pyats sample scripts from GitHub. So that's out over here. We'll do a git clone, github.com Cisco test automation examples. Okay, Cool. And it's just that quick, folks. So the examples is right out over here. And the two jobs that we're going to be looking at are the examples, and I think it's under basic here. So we got a basic example script that is right out over here. We also have a basic example job. So the basic example job is going to, we're going to be running a test script here, unit test, and we're going to intentionally inject an error. Okay, so how about we run this, the pyats run job. Okay, that's going to be out over here. pyats run job examples basic example job.py. I know my thumbnail's kind of in the way there, but it's under step 5, and you can copy that command out. And I think when it scrolls up a little bit, you'll be able to see that command. But what happens here is that you should see, scroll up a little bit, there should be, yes, one job that failed over here. And don't worry, that's intentional. That's exactly what we want, because we want to be able to see when there is a failure on your job. And this just makes an example of it. This portion right here, I believe, is a screenshot as well. And something like this will be fine, because we just want to see evidence that the basic example script.py and the basic example job.py here have been installed from GitHub under the examples here. And then that's our log before we get into part 5. Okay, so part 5 here, we're going to do a genie, and we're going to create a testbed file here. So we can have Genie fire this up for us. Okay, and that's going to be like this. We're going to do a Genie create testbed. We're going to do interactive, and we're going to output. Going to output this out to a YAML directory here, and we'll call it testbed.yml, and we're going to encode the password, because we don't really want to have our passwords out in the clear. Okay, so that is encode password. Okay, cool. Do all devices have the same username or default password or enabled? Just do no on all of these. Device host name. How about we'll do cat 8000v? Okay, because that's the actual device name that's out there. IP is 10.10.20.48. Developer. Okay, default password, that's a C1SCO12345. And we'll do the same one for the enable password, C1SCO12345. Okay, the protocol is SSH. OS is IOSXE. Okay, any more devices to add? We'll do no. So cool. We got our test bed created here, and we should be able to come out to, let's see, fold up examples here, open up YAML, and testbed YAML. So cool. Check this out, folks. We got our devices, cat 8000V. The IP is here, SSH, encoded password, username is developer. And I think we're going to be good there. So how about we do a genie parse show IP interface brief. Okay. I already tried this using my shortcut commands, but that doesn't work. You have to write out the full command. So whether it be like show version or show IP interface brief, the full wording has to be specified. Okay, we're going to do testbed file. It's going to be YAML, testbed.yaml. Our devices. How about we do the cat 8000V, because that's what's specified here. Devices cat 8000V. All right, cool. So as you can see, the show IP interface brief has all of this here. So cool. We know it's working. And for the show version here, we'll do come out here, show version. Okay, cool. There's our show version. All right, so use Genie to compare configurations. This will also be a screenshot right here. I can definitely see this is a show version in JSON format here. So on the cat 8KV, add the following IPv6 address. Okay, so that would be, let's fire up another terminal here. And we will SSH developer at 10.10.20.48. C1SCO 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, under cat 8000V there. Okay, we're gonna do this. How about interface? Probably have to do config t. Interface gig1. We'll do IPv address 2001 DB8 ACAD 56 101, and we'll make it a /64 there. Okay, so we'll end that, and that should be okay. All right, so how about we now parse the unstructured output from the show IPv6 interface command. Okay, That's going to be genie parse show IPv6 interface gig1. We'll do that testbed file, YAML, testbed.yaml. Devices will be cat8000v. The output will be verify IPv6 -1. Okay, cool. So what we have here is the summary for cat 8000v here. And we got our log file that's out here. Okay, and that should be under verify IPv6 1. So cat 8000v show IPv6. This is the show interface from the console. And this file is parsed into JSON here. All right, so in our cloud router here, we're going to have to modify the link local address here. Okay, so out over here, why don't we do a config terminal? We'll do interface gig1, and we'll do IPv6 address FE8056.1, and we'll make that a link local here. All right, so we're going to parse unstructured output from the show IPv6 interface command. Copy this out here. Okay, that's genie parse, show IPv6 interface gig1. We're going to use that testbed file that we built there. Going to do devices cat8000v, and we're going to do an output to verify IPv6 2. Okay, we got number 1 over here, so we're going to create a number 2. Okay, here it is, verify IPv6 number 2 that's out here. Okay, so there it is. We got our files here ever since we changed the link local address here. So we can use Genie to compare the difference between the configurations here. Okay. We're going to do a genie diff, verify IPv6 1. That's this folder here. Verify IPv6 2. So we're going to compare the differences there. Okay, cool. So here we should now have a diff here. So here it is, the diff here. cat8000v show IPv6. The diff file is going to look like this here. Okay, everything that has a plus here was added. Everything that has a minus here means it's been taken away. So what's been added is the FE8056.1. Okay, this FFO2, FFBF3222 has been taken out. So cool, we got our diff here. And this should be a screenshot as well. So part 7 here, it's really just deactivating, right? So what we want to do is get out of our virtual environment that's right here. And the way we do that is we go deactivate. Okay, and that will be a screenshot there. Congratulations, you have now made it all the way through the pyats and Genie lab here.